Highlights of major events of the week on the Week in Review. Nigerians continue to react to the CBN deadline of the redesigned Naira notes.
Because the CBN has given a guidance that they should be putting the new notes in the ATM machine, whereas when you get to like this ATM now, it's hardly dispensing.
Osun Governorship Election Petition Tribunal declares Gboyega Oyetola winner of Osun State Governorship Election.
The opinion of that judge, he felt that the beavers report that the other side tendered, should supersede the one that we got and we tendered.
Details of these and more will come your way in the course of tonight's bulletin. I'm Ifeoluwa Omoshile. Thanks for joining us. Following the ruling of the Osun Election Petition Tribunal that there must be deduction of invalid votes from the total lawful votes cast, Gboyega Oyetola has been declared winner of the last governorship election in Osun State. Joshua Ogunjide brings us details.
The majority of the three-man panel led by Justice Tetsukume has declared the July 16 governorship election that produced Senator Ademola Adeleke as governor-elect as null and void. It therefore ordered the withdrawal of the certificate of return from Ademola Adeleke, having admitted that voting occurred in the July 16 Osun governorship election. Therefore, the tribunal ordered a recount and deduction of invalid votes from the total lawful votes cast in 774 polling units across 10 local government areas of the state. The court admitted that there are certain inconsistencies between the numbers of total votes cast, accreditation of voters, physical inspection report presented by INEC as contained in the petition. Dismissing the objections of INEC, Ademola Adeleke and the People's Democratic Party, Justice Tetsukume further ruled that since the number of total vote cast exceeds the number of registered voters, the Electoral Act 2022 provided that the poll at such affected unit must be cancelled and nullified. In a dissenting judgment, Justice Benefit Ogbuli disagreed with the majority judgment delivered by the chairman, saying that the expert witnesses of APC and Oyetola did not satisfactorily prove their case.
In the opinion of that judge, he felt that the beavers report that the other side tendered, should supersede the one that we got and we tendered. We are dissatisfied, and the necessary legal steps for the purpose of challenging that judgment, we will embark upon it.
Nigerians, people from Osun should be calm. There are constitutional provisions on what should be done.
Earlier on, Justice Tetsukume had ruled that Adeleke's credentials as contained in Form EC9 and File D are legally binding to contest the July 16 Osun governorship poll, having added to his educational qualification in the United States. With the ruling of the tribunal, the totality of valid votes cast for Oyetola is 314,931 as against the 290,266 votes for Ademola Adeleke. In the meantime, Governor Ademola Adeleke in a press conference has rejected the verdict of the tribunal and vowed to proceed to appeal court. In Osogbo, Joshua Okuchide, NT News.
TikTok, January 31, the deadline for the full compliance to the use of the new Naira is around the corner. Yemisi Ajagun went round some of the commercial banks in Ibadan metropolis earlier this week to assess the level of compliance on the availability of Naira notes.
Few days to the deadline on some old notes as legal tender, not much queues at some banks visited as ATMs dispense the redesigned notes.
Yes, I got the new notes, but there is a limit to how much you can withdraw from this particular ATM, which is 20,000 naira per day.
Some customers who were excited about the development have this to say.
This morning I had this new note here this morning.
So I've been able to withdraw the new notes from the ATM just now.
I withdraw my first 20,000 naira, and the machine, gave me these new notes. I wanted to try and get another 20,000 naira, but it said I've exceeded my limit for today.
First time of collecting only new notes. I collect 20,000 naira, and all the money is new notes.
Though some ATMs were not dispensing, to the disappointment of the customers, they however appealed to the Central Bank of Nigeria to ensure commercial banks comply with the directive to avoid last-minute rush by the masses in Ibadan. Yemisi Ajagun, Nta News.
Meanwhile, our correspondent in Ilorin, Kehinde Omolosho, reports that the Central Bank of Nigeria, Ilorin branch, monitored commercial banks to ensure compliance. Here is the report.
Following complaints by residents that ATM points are not dispensing the new redesigned Naira notes, the Central Bank of Nigeria out on a monitoring exercise to ensure compliance by various banks in the metropolis. In all the banks visited, customers in their numbers were at the ATM points to withdraw money. Moshood Babatunde, an entrepreneur, has been able to withdraw the new notes from the ATM. He, however, laments the daily withdrawal limit, which he claims is affecting his business.
I'm holding this card now. I cannot collect more than 20,000 naira per day, which is not okay for me as a businessman. I have other things to do. And some people are afraid of collecting this transfer because of this fake alert.
The new note is very surplus for a year.
But as far as inside the bank is concerned, I spent almost an hour now, so I haven't seen anyone collected new notes.
Because the CBN has given a guideline that they should be putting the new notes in the ATM machine. Whereas when you get to like this ATM now, it's hardly dispensing.
The queue is as long and it dispenses to all of us. It was just now, but you can still work on it so that they can answer those multitude who are still waiting. CBN Ilorin branch controller Najim Lamidi says people without bank accounts can still change the old notes for new notes.
Beginning from this week, Monday, there is something we started, a policy that came out. That is cash swap, to enable people with something like 10,000 to exchange their money. That is another policy that came out for those that doesn't have an account and they have little money with them.
The appeal of many respondents is an extension of the deadline date to allow the new notes circulate. Kehinde Omolosho, Nta News.
Business owners and other residents of Ibadan have continued to lament the toll of the scarcity of petrol on their businesses and general livelihood. Grace Ayoleke, who went round the metropolis earlier in the week, brought back the situation report.
Adewale James, a barber who solely relies on petrol for his generating set due to the epileptic power supply, said the present cost of petrol has impacted his business negatively.
It's affecting our business because we are cutting 500 before and now we are trying to increase the amount to 700. But people doesn't understand.
Meanwhile, motorists across the metropolis are also having a hard time getting petroleum product, just as commuters continue to lament the ripple effect of the scarcity, resulting in skyrocketed transport fares. Many filling stations were shut, while others that are dispensing the product were besieged by motorcyclists, tricycle owners, as well as private and commercial vehicles, leading to uproar in the vicinity.
If I want to get fuel, I will have to dedicate a whole day, so I won't be able to walk. For instance, now I've been here, it's over 6 hours. We are carrying 100 naira before. Passengers are refusing to actually pay the sum of 150 naira.
I've been to many filling stations today. That the queue, I couldn't stand the queue. I've seen 200, 250. The problem is just to get the fuel. The pressure is being much on the citizen, and we don't know when this will end.
The premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, is selling at the moment within the metropolis between the range of 190 naira and 295 naira. In Ibadan, Grace Ayoleke, Nta News.
We now pause for a break. The weekend review continues shortly. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Kilo. How are you guys on? Farabale. 1,000. We go once play tire. Farabale now.
Madam, hello, brother, na 3,005. Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000. Oh yeah. Bring your phone. Ha! 10,000. 10,000. People now, wow. 1,000 naira credit. Now you turn to 10,000. No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
You don't like to eat better? More nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. New set of core members for NYSC 2023 Batch A Stream 1 have been received at the NYSC Orientation Camp in Isayin. Lukman Azan reports that the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Bayo Lawal, promised necessary support for their conducive campaign.
Maintaining that the welfare of core members will continue to receive priority by his administration, Governor Seyi Makinde represented assured the core members that adequate security measures have been put in place to ensure their overall well-being in the state.
Our nation, Nigeria, depends on your services, and it's a great responsibility that you all must bear. You must uphold the ideas of the scheme in the discharge of your assignment.
Commitment, to the welfare of core members, remain very, very strong. So, by the special grace of God, Oyo State will continue to do more. There is a lot more that wants.
NYSC State Coordinator in Oyo State, Odoba Abel Oche, said the 3 weeks orientation will groom the core members with entrepreneurial and leadership skills, among others.
Core members are advised to be security conscious, not to stay late in the night, not to travel anyhow when you are not requested.
Earlier, the acting chief judge of Oyo State, Justice Iyabo Yerima, had administered the oath of allegiance to the core members, totaling 1,362, with 439 male and 923 females. The deputy governor thereafter seized the opportunity to have a first-hand assessment of the camp in a guided tour of facilities on ground. Lukman Hassan, NTA News.
As the 3-day retreat by the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development closes in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, the Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekan Adegbite, has emphasized federal government's resolve to fight illegal mining across the country. Kayode Aladoshu report.
The discourse centered on strategies that will address lack of synergy, improve governance framework, boost revenue generation, and attract needed funds to drive the mining sector in Nigeria. The Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, in the 3-day retreat, set out machinery of drawing schedule and engagement with a roadmap to mitigate illegal mining across the nation.
We have a satellite program in the ministry, in the headquarters. Remote sensing, which can detect this activity anywhere it's taking place in Nigeria. And once we discover that as well, we move in and dislodge them.
Whatever we do here, in fulfilling our mandate, we are helping the government fulfill its own mandate and the goals as designed.
To the participants, the engagement is an avenue of ensuring accountability in carrying out government business.
With the effect of the mining police, there will be like a collaborative effort with the ministry to be able to check all those illegal miners.
We have sat down together as a team to agree on what to do, assess what we have done before, assess our performances, look at our weaknesses, and look at the area we have performed very well and see how we can also enhance the performance.
The consensus at the event is that the mining sector is one of the major windows for diversification of the nation's economy, hence the need to upscale its development. In Ibadan, Kayode Aladoshu, NTA News.
As part of efforts to ensure businesses thrive and to boost the economy of Oyo State, the State Commissioner for Trade, Commerce and Investment, Bayo Lawal, has met with traders from Gbagi International Market in Ibadan. Omakende Igbari was there and now reports.
Discussing the plight of traders at the market, the State Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Bayo Lawal, pledged government's commitment to making sure their businesses are secured under the present administration. The Babaloja of the market called on all to accept the present administration's plea and go about their usual businesses without fear.
Government of peace, we are government of the people.
We are committed to their welfare. Therefore, we can never do anything that will add sorrow to their efforts.
The promise was that nothing will disturb our members to do their businesses.
The market executives urged the Oyo State government to provide them with what they had earlier sought from the state so as to have a clean and serene market environment.
We are very comfortable because this government is our government. It's why we say Makinde has done well, even concerning the traders in Oyo State. We want it to continue. What the commissioner told us, we are well pleased that they will not do anything without our knowledge.
We are very grateful. As commissioner tell us everything about it, so there is no lot we can do again. That more we pray to Say Makinde.
Oyo State being one of the business hub of West Africa, so is Gbagi International Market known for all kinds of human outfits. Nta Ibadan, Omokende, Igbari, NTA News.
Globe Festival of Joy promo is at it again, as Grace Ayoleke in this report brings us details of how 25-year-old Miriam Oyelami becomes the proud winner of a 3-bedroom flat in the course of the week.
Race draw signal the 10 points for 25-year-old Miriam Oyelami, a nurse who runs a private clinic. Expressing disbelief initially, the Globe Festival of Joy promo changed the atmosphere with unlimited smiles on her face. From waking up as a squatter, living in a rented apartment, now going to bed as a house owner, Miriam says,
I'm so happy. I'm really excited. I didn't expect something huge like this.
With the promo still ongoing, the Globalcom team affirms that it will continue to spread joy to its subscribers.
So it's a fantastic promo. No other telecom industry has ever given us as a gift before. We are the first. We've always been in the forefront of, pioneering so many new and innovative things in the country. So we are unlimited when it comes to the offers we give to customers.
The 2022 Globe Festival of Joy promo is one of the series of events the telecommunication giant engages to impress its values upon the hearts of its subscribers, beckoning on others to join the train. Dial *611# to partake in the promo and keep recharging with at least 500 naira in Ibadan. Grace Ayoleke, NTA News.
We now pause for another break. The weekend review continues shortly. Stay with us.
Tí a bá wo dídùn ìfọ̀n, a họra dé egun. Àmọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àròjinlẹ̀. Ká rántí ọjọ́ sí ìpàdánù ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀mí ó kó bá ọjọ́ àná wa. Ó ń kó bá wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ó sì tún ń ṣẹ̀rù bà ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa, àbí bí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá wá dojúrú, orílẹ̀-èdè wo la fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí? Àlàáfíà, ìṣọ̀kan àti ìfẹ́ ló gbọ́dọ̀ máa jọba lókàn àyà gbogbo wa. A ní láti ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn tó pọ̀ fún àwọn ológun wa kí wọ́n lè ṣe iṣẹ́ wọn dojú àmì.
Gbọ̀nmadé Hotel and Suites òtítọ́ nílé ìtura ọ̀lẹ́ yìí, ilé ìtura táwọn ẹgbẹ́ ń wárí fún pẹ̀lú àwọn yàrá tí ọyẹ́ ń kúrò nínú ẹ̀ tó ń ti àwọn ọ̀bùsùn tí kì í mú kára ròyìn. Gbogbo ohun tó ń lọ lágbàáyé lẹ́ máa rí wò nínú yàrá kọ̀ọ̀kan. Bá a pẹ̀lú restaurant wọn, báwo lẹ̀yin ṣe fẹ́ sí ààyè ìgbọ́kọ̀sí tó tẹ́jú pẹ̀lú ààbò tó péye fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣayẹyẹ. Gbọ̀ngàn gbàlódé tó gba omi lẹ́ngbẹ́ ènìyàn pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀rọ amúlétutù standby generating set lọ́gọ́ tí náà bàbá lọ lówó kalẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá àwọn yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tàbí èyí ń dé sílùú Ìbàdàn. Ilé ìtura yẹn ni kẹ́ ẹ máa lọ. Gbọ̀nmadé Hotel and Suites tó kalẹ̀ sí Gbọ̀nmadé opposite mainland Ìyálóde area Ìyànà Church Ìbàdàn, Ọ̀yọ́ State, Nigeria. and soup ìsinmi dára ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní àkókò ìgbádùn.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. Teachers have been encouraged not to relent in their duty of nation building, especially cultural preservation. Chief Dipo Gberu made this call at the 60th anniversary of Oloye Lekan Alabi as the head boy of Seventh-day Adventist Primary School for Nta Ibadan. Oloye Olawale tells us more.
In the quest to protect the Yoruba cultural heritage and bequeath it to the younger ones, Maye Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oloye Lekan Alabi, gathered these young pupils to encourage them culturally and educationally as he marked the 60th anniversary as the head boy of his primary school, Seventh-day Adventist School, Okefoko Ibadan. Guests at the event stressed the importance of the roles of teachers in preserving our culture.
And the elders they are seen most of the times are these teachers. The teachers have to do a lot of work to make them know that the culture is as important as what they're learning.
The identity of a people deals with their culture. Without the culture of the people, you are not aware of your cultural background, then you don't have identity.
It is a continuous act for us all to promote our culture.
The cultural ambassador also gave an invoice of 10,000 naira each to the senior pupils and 7,500 naira to their assistants to buy books and aid their learning. In Ibadan, Oloye Olawale, NTA News.
It was indeed a glorious celebration of life of impact as relatives, friends, and the Christ Apostolic Church family bid farewell to Mama Alice Wosumola Akpata at a funeral service held at Christ Apostolic Church, Arogunbogomi International, Ibadan. Correspondent Shofiani Mashan Badmus was there and now reports.
While admonishing the congregation, CAC President Worldwide Pastor Henry Ojo charged guests at the event to make the most of their time on earth to serve God and benefit humanity, as this is the real essence of human life, which is a gift from God.
We don't have another life. And that's why the grace God has given to us at this particular time in the land of living, we must do all what we could.
Mama Alice Akpata, who was identified as a strong pillar to CAC Good Women Society worldwide, also played a key role in the establishment of CAC Arogunbogomi International, will be fondly remembered as one totally sold out to the service of God.
I inherit the work of God through this mama. He impacted my life with the words of God. So I rise in the work of ministry through her.
Mama Akpata, who died on the 23rd October 2022 at the age of 101, was buried within the church premises.
So there is nothing that encourages man, a person, to go ahead, forge ahead in life than to know that he has a future.
Guests were thereafter entertained at a grand reception amidst praises to God. In Ibadan, Wofia Animation Badmos, NTA News.
That's all we have for you on the weekend review. I'm Ife Oluwa Moshili. Good night.